So another tip on dividing estates. We talked about the heir hat concept last time. Let me, for those of you who may have jumped straight to this, the heir hat is the hat that I'd like you to wear if you're the executor or trustee to help guide you to not creating ill will quickly by not listing things people expect to be listed, or by not listing it the way it makes sense for more people to be happy with that. And it reminds me of several families I've worked with FairSplit, where we had situations where there were like two 24-piece place settings of fine china, full place settings. And maybe there were, I can't remember if there were 4 kids or 6 kids, some combination. And one of them was a big entertainer and had her own 3 or 4 kids. And so she was hoping to get at least 12 place settings, if not the whole thing. There was an argument. It was all worth a lot more if it was all given as one big 24-piece set. You know, one thing that helped, we talked about in an earlier tip, is things aren't usually worth as much as you think. If you had to actually go sell a 24-piece place setting, what would you actually get cash-wise? Not all that much. So if you can get the financial part off of it, then be creative. Like, how might one satisfy the hopes of all the heirs in some way? In this particular family, there was a single man. He was hoping for 4 place settings, which would be plenty for his big 4-person dinner parties, which is about as big as he ever got. Some of them just hoped to get a couple of the serving platters or bowls just to remind them of dinners at Thanksgiving or whatever with the family. And then, of course, there was the sister that wanted 12 place settings. And then there was, I think, someone else that thought 4 or 6 would be fine. So the right solution in that was to create multiple subsets of that 24-piece. I think we did 2 4-place settings, a couple of 6-place settings, and an 8-place setting or something. And as it turns out, the sister who actually wanted 12, she used 2 of her choices, and she ended up getting the 12-place setting plus another 4. But everyone was happy. They at least had a chance to get it. Another example would be, this has come up a lot, is Christmas ornaments. If grandma collected glass Christmas ornaments and had a collection of like 28 of those, and let's say there's 12 grandkids, separate those out, take individual shots of each one, and then let that be a round, or let all the grandkids submit their top to bottom choices of all those, is how we do it in our system. I've done it. And that way you're assured that every grandchild will get at least, 3 or 4 of those ornaments, whatever can go around, fairly. Everyone gets an equal shot at it using our system, or even if you're doing it manually. So again, wear that heir hat when you're thinking, even in terms of how do you list the things that you're trying to divide. Be sure to click the subscribe button to get more tips on how to divide things, not families.